The wondering mind. The wondering mind. The wondering mind.
Where the mind wanders. What the fuck is up, everyone? It's your boy, Kevin motherfucking G. Welcome back to another great and exciting episode of the Wondering Mind podcast, where the mind wanders. I, of course, am your sexy, big-dicked host, Kevin G. Some call me everyone's favorite Midwest Mexican. Others call me the long-haired Joe Rogan. But you can call me
Krusty. Call this motherfucker Krusty.
You can call me vasectomy free. And that lovely voice, if you're hearing, you get me? I'm not here by myself today. You get me? Today we have a special guest in the building. All right. Today, this is a special podcast because I had to reach out to this man, right? This is a close friend. I would say we made love once.
I was just about to say that. More like lovers.
In the summer of Africa. But I reached out to him because he is a very, I believe, skilled fighter, right? And I wanted to talk fighting with him. So this podcast is going to be about fighting. And my guest is Vyphot. How do you say your last name?
It's last name's Kilmonivong. Honestly, it's
Kilmonivong.
I'm 25 years old, and I don't even know if I've been saying it right this whole time yet.
Yeah,
so we're gonna go with that.
That shit sounds fucking like a killer's name.
I just say it. So people ask. So my first name is Vyphot, and they always ask. So what does that stand for? I always gotta tell them. You know what it stands for? It stands for big dick motherfucker. True story.
Don't look it up. Believe me.
Yeah, believe the words.
Shit. But let's get a couple drinks here. You get me? Oh goddamn. Before we get into this, get a couple drinks poured. Listen, I made these ice cubes myself. All right.
So you put them in the freezer?
I boiled water twice because I wanted to make crystal clear ice. So this is my attempt at crystal clear ice. However,
terrible job.
I did not let them freeze. So you can see right here. You see? All that was full of water. But these are some good whiskey ices, right? I looked it up on the Google it, a.k.a. Google. What the fuck? These bitches stuck together. All right, let me give you a little something right there.
Perfect.
A little something. Come over here, motherfucker.
That's a big watch you got on there, by the way.
Yeah, you know.
Big watch matches the cock, huh?
Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Unfortunately. I was going to say that thing's wider than the
You know
cock
what they say
sure.
about guys with big trucks? It's the same with guys with big watches. They're adorable. You guys thought I was gonna say small cock, didn't you? Okay. Do you want it straight on the rocks, or do you want a little cock in this bitch? It's cherry cock.
Second option.
All right. I'm on the same boat. You get me? My hair is not fully on my chest yet, so after it's on my ass crack, unfortunately.
Yeah. Why does that happen? Like, I always think to myself, like, if only the hair on my ass can grow on my hairline, like up top, life would be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yo, luckily for me, I don't have a hairy ass, but I do got a hairy crack. It's my problem. You get me?
That's a part of the ass, bro.
Well, technically, it's not because it's inside the crack. You get me? So nobody, unless my girl spreads my cheeks to eat my ass, she is not gonna see my hairy asshole.
Do you have that little like crevice like where your tailbone is? You know, like a little dip.
The little divot.
Is that for like skinny people, or does everybody have that?
That is, you know what? I think no.
It's just one of those unanswered questions.
I think if you're bigger, the divot is less because
there's fat in there for sure.
Usually they save that spot. They don't have it because they fill it up with food as well. You know, they try to fill up every spot. If you're an obese individual, I'm what you call a technical doctor. So
Do they hide tater tots in there?
they hide tater tots. They hide everything.
Dingleberries.
Did I make your drink strong enough?
It's good, dude. I'm still kind of worried, like, you know, I'm here. Not a whole lot of people know I'm here. There's lights, cameras. I'm afraid. Kevin,
You know,
'cause you're an attractive guy. You're an attractive guy. This place is dark.
I'm not gonna
having
lie.
mixed emotions.
I got
Man.
I stole Vyphot straight from the pond. You get me? I just saw him. He had like a bottle and a string trying to get some trout, and I was like, Vyphot. I didn't even know his name. I was like, "Excuse me, kid. Do you want to come back with me?" So I lured him back to my apartment with some candy, gummy worms, actually.
Candy and BBW porn.
Big black whales.
Pog Nation. When he said pog, I thought like puppies, for some reason, but no.
There was puppies, some hush puppies, some big old hush puppies.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
How did we meet, Kevin? How did we meet? Was it alternative ed? I feel like it's alternative ed for some reason.
I think I met you back in the summer of '69. You get me? It was Woodstock. It was a little bit muddy. There was females all around, but my eyes were locked in on the males. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw you from across the way. Even with the stench of fucking of piss and shit.
Piss, shit, BO, and nobody
and
showered.
Acid. No one showered in days, but through all that, I saw your eyes, and I knew that was it. That was the moment.
The shit covered your face, and I knew you were the one. And that's when I told myself, I'll always love you. All right, let's get into it, Vyphot.
All right, go for it.
All right. Let me get a little sip going here.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
All right. First question, you got me? This isn't really an interview. I hate interview. It's not an interview. That's what I tell everybody. I'm not a fucking. Do I look? Do you see me in a business suit? Do you see me with a tie? Do I got a fucking 3-piece suit? I barely got underwear on today.
Oh, man. I don't even know what I'm looking at.
You got X-ray vision. I can see what you're looking at. Okay.
All right. What's the first?
What
question?
got you into fighting, Vyphot? You get me? Because in high school, you weren't really a fighting.
I was a bitch.
You weren't. Were you? You were wrestling, weren't you?
No.
You didn't do wrestling?
I did wrestling 8th grade. 15 minutes. I fucking walked out. That shit was hard as fuck.
What grade?
It was 8th grade. I remember I was.
You were in middle school.
It was middle school. Yeah. I was trying sports. I felt like I was like the oddball out. So I thought maybe sports was the way to go. Meet new people and shit, and kind of fix my insecurities. And I realized, god damn, I was not ready for that kind of environment, like fucking getting your ass whooped or the competition.
What did it for you? The training or the actual practice?
Walking out or getting into it.
What actually, like, what didn't you like once you did it in 8th grade? Was it
no, it was just like the pressure, like the competitiveness. I wasn't used to fucking people wanting something, and like wrestling. Have you done wrestling before?
I'm a varsity letter winner. I'll let you know. I'm not even joking, Vyphot. Look at me.
I know. Well, shit, you look like a fucking stud.
No, yeah, I was wrestling all in high school. I was a varsity letter winner and everything.
So it was.
I gotta put that out there.
It was tough. It was tough. So like, I didn't realize like the shit that went behind doing sports or any kind of I guess not just like a combat sport, but just wrestling. I think is one of the main sports when it comes to any kind of like combat sport, if that makes any sense. And then you realize like there's dogs in there that want to fucking win, and in order to win in wrestling, you gotta fucking manhandle the other motherfucker, pin him, and all that shit. So the first day I'm over here, I'm maybe like 120 pounds at the time, just getting tossed around, sweating my ass off. I had singlets. I had fucking dick on the side of my face. I wasn't used to that. I didn't like it. I was like, why do people do this? Like, get that shit away from me. And that's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, and now I'm getting hurt at the same time. I'm like, I'm hurting. I got fucking half naked men on me. I'm like, why do people do this?
Am I in heaven?
Please. Coach, put me in. I'm fucking ready.
Coach, I haven't practiced, but I'm in. Yo, wrestling is legit. Like, that's the starting off point, I feel, because when you're in, especially middle school, what are the main sports? You're either going to do basketball, football, or wrestling. And as a middle schooler myself, I didn't do wrestling right away. I attempted football, and I lasted in football for about 2-3 weeks. You get me?
Yeah.
Literally, I didn't get shit. All the time I was in football, I'm Mexican, so all these white boys know what the fuck they're doing. You get me? I watch football, fucking with the little accent on top of the U.
Gotcha. I did football too.
You did
I walked out on that too.
middle school or high school?
Middle school. I dropped
God
I
damn.
dropped the winning play. Like they threw. It was the first game. They threw. If we were to make this touchdown, we would have fucking won, correct? And the whole fucking game, I'm like, I'm open. You motherfucker. I'm like, this is terrible. Like, I can bring us up here. Let's go. Last fucking play, passes it. I'm like, listen, man. I'm not going to say the guy's name. I was like, pass it to me. I'm always open. No one's passing it to me. Sends it my way, right into my hands, and guess what happens?
You fumbled it.
I didn't fucking catch that shit.
You didn't even, did you? How close were you to grabbing it?
It doesn't matter. I didn't catch it.
It matters, you know? This is why it matters.
It was in my hands.
This is why it matters, right? I remember I had a similar situation. I remember being in state soccer. You get me? The last game, right? This was to make it to the finals. And this is a big regret of mine. I was never put in. You get me? I was never put in for forward, and I would always tell my coach, put me in, coach, because I was goalie. You get me? I was goalie.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I always had a dream of being a forward.
Okay.
So finally, on this day, once we finally reached state, we're down 2-1. You get me? All the fucking pressure is on. It's the 42nd minute of the second half. You get me? My coach looks at me. He's like, Guerrero, are you ready?
It's your time to shine, boy.
You get me? I thought he was playing. I was like, nah, you get me? I'm halfway down a nacho fucking bowl. And then he's like, get in there. And then you know how you do the little fucking warm-ups on the sideline? Just
All right, let's get this shit.
This is your time, Kevin. This is where you fucking make the moves.
It's all led up to this. Can't let him down now.
This is for you, coach. So then I'm standing on the sideline. The little referee's like, switch, cambio, switch. So then I switch out the other forward, and then I'm doing my little fucking trot up there. I'm like, my titties jiggling all over the place. But then on this one, there was a corner, right? And then it's literally like the 44th minute of the second half. They hit the corner, and then like the ball.
You're the goalie, right, at the time?
No, I'm a forward.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Like my dream finally came true. Yeah, I went from goalie to a forward.
Yeah.
They fucking, you know what a corner kick is in soccer?
Yep.
Okay, they do a corner kick, and then the ball goes through the defense, through the other forward, through another defense, and the ball is literally right in front of my feet. It's me. It's like it's I can envision it clear as day. It's me versus the goalie 1-on-1. It's like, you know how in movies you have everybody side characters battling all over around you. Everybody's like, bah!
You locked eyes with the fucking motherfucker the main motherfucking character.
I locked eyes with the main motherfucking villain, and then it's me, the goalie. The soccer ball is rolling towards my feet, and everything is like in slow motion. You get me? I could hear my coach saying, "Kick the ball," and then I could see everybody just like fucking pressuring everybody else. And then as I see it come near me, biggest regret of my life here, I got stage fright. You get me?
Yeah.
My heart was like, oh shit, because I realized I could literally tie up the game and go into overtime. And the goalie is looking at me straight in the eyes, and then the ball is rolling towards me. It's all happening all at once. And then I by the time I try to kick the ball, it rolled right by me, and I kick and missed the air, and the goalie jumped, but I didn't kick the ball, so he dove for no reason, and the ball just kept rolling. And
both of you motherfuckers made a fool of yourself.
And the defense kicked it out. The referee blew the whistle.
And that was it.
And that, Vyphot, is what keeps me up at night. To this day. That was my senior year. I get so angry. You get me? My senior year, I could have.
You still think? How long ago was this? Senior year?
I graduated back in 2011. You know, it's 2020.
That's 10 years.
11 years, I believe.
11. Oh, 2020. Yeah. Well, I guess it depends.
Oh yeah, 10 years. Yeah.
So, and it's funny you're still talking about it.
I'm telling you, this is what keeps me up at night, because literally, you don't know how, like I envisioned this in my head that I'm gonna fucking score a goal.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I think we think back at all these times where these moments could have been big, and then that we either mess up or like these chances pass us by, and it keeps us up low key up at night. You know what I mean?
But shit that don't really even matter either.
Yeah,
it's like fuck.
It's like when that football came to my hands, and like Dude, I'm telling you, like, the whole game I was open, and I'm like, all right, here's my bitching, coach. Here's my bitching, fucking quarterback. Hits my hands, and it drops, bro. And I tell you, I never went back to practice after that.
That's the
Like, I hated
You
it. So
dropped
it's
it?
weird that I still do it's weird that I do what I do now, because after that, you know, it would be one of those kind of things where you kind of just, like, let it go after losing, you know what I'm saying?
It sounds like, well, after middle school, did he get more disciplined then, or high school?
No,
Did he
no,
do?
no,
Did he do
no.
any sports in high school, or none?
I tried one more sport after
That's
middle
weird.
school, and it was track.
I fucking hate
Um,
track.
It was sophomore year or junior year when I moved out to this small town out by the border of South Dakota and Nebraska. And I didn't take it serious. It was a small town. I'll tell you a little background story. It was like 100 kids from grade 1 all the way up to graduating class. So, like, pretty much if someone did sports in the class, it was a whole class. So in order to get in with them, I was like, okay, I'm going to do a sport. I did track.
Yeah.
So it's kind of those things where I did it just to be there, to have friends. So my first track meet, bro, I'm not going to lie, we got fucked up.
What sport? What events were you doing?
I was doing the hurdles and sprints.
I fucking hate hurdles.
Low
man.
key, this is what happened. I didn't even have shorts. It was like the first time I did track, I didn't realize, like, hey, you need shorts,
Were
buddy.
you running in jeans or what the
I
fuck
was
were you running?
running in fucking. I was doing hurdles in jeans, bro. Like buzzed in junior year. No, it was sophomore year. Junior year or sophomore year. I was fucking buzzed, running in jeans, and it's raining, and I'm over here just having the fucking time of my life. Winning wasn't like my first like goal. It was just being there with other people.
Well, that's crazy. You did like
fun.
the worst fucking thing. Jeans, first of all, they ain't stretching. Second
not
of all,
stretching.
you get some wet jeans on you, they're fucking heavier than shit.
You're chafing. That's what it was. Dude, I went home raw.
No Vaseline to put in
No
between your
Vaseline.
thighs or in your
I
ass cheeks.
swear to God, dude, I've never been that raw in my
What's
life.
What's up with your coach? They didn't hook it up with the shorts or
He
what?
didn't give a fuck.
Really?
He was, I don't know. He was getting salary pay. He got that paycheck. He didn't give a shit what the scores were.
He's over here jacking off and shit. Like, all right, you guys go do something over there.
This motherfucker gave us alcohol. Honestly. It was you son of Mr. Day. What are you doing? I don't care, kid.
He's like, hey,
I got paid already. What are you doing?
you want a shot of this whiskey? It'll make you run better.
I swear to God, I hate my life. Come here, take a shot of this.
That's crazy that you didn't do much sports yet.
No,
Here
that's
you are. What? Okay, so after high school, what did something like snap? Did someone punch you in the face and you're like, you know what? I think I need to defend myself.
Fuck, dude. Honestly, I don't know what did it. Like, I don't know if it was because, like, I hated myself so much because I thought I was a weak person that I'm like, okay, if I learn how to fight, I'm gonna fucking pursue this career of mixed martial arts or boxing, whatever it turns out to be.
Mm-hmm. Have you boxed?
No. My boxing, I'd say my boxing is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They keep telling me to do a match, but once you have an MMA career, I mean, not a career, but you've had an MMA fight and you go into boxing, basically they set you up with a person who can have a record of whatever, right? It's not like an amateur because at this point you have experience.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to end up doing one eventually. I haven't seen myself going that way yet. You know, it's one of those things I have to do because, I mean, I've done a jiu-jitsu competition and I got two gold medals.
Oh, shit.
And I always told myself I was never going to do a jiu-jitsu competition.
That's crazy. How long have you been doing jiu-jitsu?
About the same length as I've been training like MMA, so I'd say about 4 years. About 4 years.
What belt are you?
I haven't been belted yet, but if I was to say what I am, I'd say a blue belt.
A blue belt?
Yeah.
Yes, that's fucking good. I mean, I don't know much about jiu-jitsu, but I know.
I'm not that. I don't even know either, but I know it's a step after a white belt, and I believe once you go into a belt, there's like sections. So you're a blue belt, and then you got to kind of go up in that belt, that rank, and then you become like the next step. You know, the next.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of a funny thing because there's a lot of people that do mixed martial combative sports. They do combat sports, and they have so much knowledge on that topic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they understand, they watch, they do their research, they know this and that. And I'm this kind of guy that does it, but I'm not that big into the fucking.
You're not really that big into the actual sport.
Yeah,
or?
like people are always talking about stats or
Yeah,
this
yeah.
fight. Oh, did you watch UFC 25 or something? I'm
They're
just
like a
like,
fucking
dude.
library of information.
Yeah, library, and I'm just like, dude. No.
I'm the same way. I like literally. I love watching your fucking fights, man. Like
Thanks,
I'm a
brother. I
huge
appreciate
ass
that.
fan of yours, man.
Thank you. Thank
That
you.
shit, like, yo, you
It's
was
only 6 fights too, so that's the funny part. But
it's
yes,
you got a winning record, don't you? What are you? Are you
I'm 1-6 or 1-5 or something.
1 loss and 5?
5 wins or 6 wins. I don't even know. I'd have to fucking.
And
I
that
can't
one,
even remember. I've been hit too much.
I've been watching. You know, I've been doing a lot of research. I've been watching your fights. The one fight you lost, I didn't even think you lost. To be honest,
Yeah,
it
it's
fucking
controversial
surprised
for
me
sure.
at the end, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I thought like at least it was gonna be a tie. You get me? It didn't seem like you lost.
The backstory on that's pretty crazy too.
What happened? Let
leading
me-
up to that fight?
Give me a little info. I want
All right, so I just came off my first win, okay? And for some reason, I thought I was big dick, like I can fucking take anyone on. Like I thought I was fucking hot shit.
that guy was a big guy.
He was a big guy.
Hold on, what was his name? Hold on, his name was Brady, right?
Brady, yeah.
That motherfucker was huge.
Huge. He's a great dude, man. Great
Yeah?
guy. If you're watching this, awesome dude. But the backstory to that is he cut weight down. He couldn't make weight because he was coming off of I think a higher weight class, which is cool because it's a catch weight. So I was walking around at the weight that we were supposed to fight at. We were supposed to fight at 170, and I was 170 at the time.
Yeah.
And he couldn't make weight, so it didn't matter about cutting, and that's a big thing. Like if you did wrestling, the cutting is it's a fight.
You
on
have
its
to
own.
fucking make weight,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
else you don't fucking wrestle.
Yeah,
That's how it is.
so I for one, I didn't even take that serious, the whole cutting, and I got this ego like, okay, I'm a good fighter because I came off a fucking win my first fight, and the whole time we're supposed to be doing a training camp, so every time you're supposed to fight, you know, you gotta dig deep and start actually preparing for this next fight. It's a fighting camp, so this is diet, training, everything. Your mentality has to be on point.
Oh, yeah.
And at the time, it's kind of sad. My wife's father was passing away. He was really sick. He was in the hospital the whole time this whole training camp was supposed to happen. So
You
I
had
wasn't working out. I wasn't doing shit, bro. I was literally fucking just
slugging.
just waiting for my fight. And my best friend, who's in the military, was visiting at the time. So the night before the fights, where it was weigh-ins, which I didn't cut anyways, I like got fucked up. So
Shit.
I get fucked up. I didn't train for shit leading up to this fight, and I go in and fight at a weight class that's higher than what I am. Because
Yeah.
the whole point of cutting weight is to go down at a lower weight class, because by the time the next day you get to fucking eat and
Yeah.
rehydrate. So by the time, say if he cut down to 170 or 175 because he didn't make weight, the next day, you know, they can be weighing up to like 185 or back to their normal
They
weight.
fucking
You know,
blowed up
Huge.
quick. Yeah.
So I go in there, no cardio, no nothing, just thinking that like, oh, I'm a good fighter, like I'm gonna win this.
Your second fight?
Yeah, the second fight. And
Yeah.
it turned out to be just a fucking slugfest. It was survival. Like,
Yup.
literally, after the first round, it was like, okay, I gotta fucking throw it all on the table because I'm dead. My arms are dead. I have no conditioning, and I'm beat, bro. Like,
Yo, it
It's
was
all
crazy.
heart.
It's 'cause I was gonna say, what was this? I was seeing this fight. You got out of a front choke. Like I'm like, yo, this motherfucker must be exhausted after getting out of that choke. Cause
for sure.
after that, you were just like, was it trying to stay alive or what was it?
So after the first round,
yeah, the first round was already crazy. Right,
it
off
was
the
crazy.
bat.
It was crazy off the bat. You know, this dude's fucking huge, and he was preparing for this fight, and I'm over here just like, oh man. Well, I came in here thinking I was gonna knock the man out in the first round, and that's not happening. And I'm not prepared. I haven't trained. I haven't nothing. So now it's just fucking kill mode, like survive but kill at the same time, right?
I mean, it's crazy because now that you say that you were 170, you're already walking around.
Yeah,
I'm like,
walking
this
at that weight.
motherfucker is like bigger than Vyphot here.
Huge.
Like he's taller. Like he probably has a longer reach. He just looked like
he's a big man, and he's a good fighter too. So that's crazy.
That's another thing I was gonna say. That fight was probably your most like skill fight as an opponent. You get me?
You think so?
I've just seen all your fights. I would say that was your most skilled fight.
Like more most challenging.
Yeah, your most challenging. Your
For
opponent
sure.
was the most challenging.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you did any research on him, but he's a fucking animal, bro.
No, I didn't.
He's good, and he's a fucking dog. Like, he's there to fucking win. Like, his brother, both of I don't know if he has more brothers, but he has 2 other brothers, and they compete too in mixed martial arts. His oldest brother that does it is like a veteran in the sport, bro. He's a beast. They're all beasts. And so the whole thing was a big learning experience. You know, I'm not gonna say it might have been a split decision. I might have won. He might have won. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All I know is that he won, and I'm not gonna put an excuse like, okay, that was bullshit. That was a bad call, or I didn't train. No, that's all on me, dude. That's the whole part of the game. It's like, if you didn't train, that's on you, man.
I mean, saying that you didn't train or nothing like that, you had a fucking great match. You get me?
Thank you.
The one, like, I was watching. Okay, I don't really know what it is, but can you explain what a Kimura is? It looked like he caught you in a Kimura.
Yeah, he did. It was
that
a
shit
solid
was
one, too.
trippy, man.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, your arm's gonna snap.
Yeah, they go over the top of the
into
shoulder.
the mic.
Oh yeah, they go. Hello, can you hear me? Let me whisper in your ear.
ASMR.
So yeah, it's normally when they're in guard and they come over the top. You can hit it from different angles, but he went over the top, had a good lock over my arm, and he was cranking. And you know, thank God I forced the roll and was able to get out of it. And then next thing you know, it transitioned into an arm bar. But
yeah,
I didn't have the strength to finish it.
Before we get into that,
It was like this. It was like it was about to tap, and when the referee called it, right at the bell, I thought I finished the fucking.
Oh,
submission.
you thought you won?
Yeah, I was kneeling there like, okay, fuck, this is it.
Yo,
Thank
I was
you,
biting my
God.
nails. I was like, did he tap him or was that the bell?
I know that was hard to tell, right?
Like, I was gonna say right now, because I'm like, you just went from, I thought your arm was gonna snap, you fucking rolled, and then you got him into a fucking arm bar, and then he was gonna tap. I saw his arm, literally, that shit was extended backwards.
It was like this, and I didn't have as much training either, dude. Like, after that fight, I've had like maybe almost a year of like mixed martial arts. So like, you should have, with the knowledge that we know now, you know, that now that we're starting to get more experience, that we could have finished that if you just, you know, you would have shot the hips up more instead of just trying to force your back into it. You should have shot the hips up.
Oh,
you're over here looking at me like, what the fuck's this man doing?
So you weren't lifting your hips. It was just you were pulling on it.
I was kind of pulling on it and kind of giving it hips, but like with the setup that it was set up with, it just shooting your hips up more could have done it, but he could have also rolled out of it. You know, it's a give and take kind of thing. Who knows?
But also in that stressful environment, it's if you would have thought of that. You get me? It's like when you're in that environment. Well, I don't know. It depends on how much training you get me. If it's like if you train to get out of that fucking arm lock or whatever it is, then you'll know what to do. But you know, sometimes the crowd, the pressure, the stress, and then you're like
tired, and you're tired, man. I was fucking exhausted, bro. Like, that shit was crazy. People don't understand how exhausted. If you look at me going into that third round, I was literally
you're
like
fucking dead.
I was like literally stumbling. Like, I couldn't even lift my hand up to be here. Like, when it was done, I was just like, fucking thank God.
That's mad respect that you even fucking finished the match.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know how. You get me? Like, I'm still like over here stuck on the first fucking front choke. You get me? I was writing down
into the mic, please, Kevin. Into the mic. Hey, fist far.
Oh,
fist apart.
Yo, Joe Rogan over here. Yo, you were swallowing some punches too.
Oh,
like
for
some
sure.
elbows. That motherfucker started.
He hit
elbowing
me
your
hard as hell.
I was like, that's not too nice of your guy over here.
Please, sir. I know we're fighting, but can you keep the ass whooping to a minimum?
But you ain't no
God's
fucking
sakes.
nice guy either. You fucking throw elbows like a motherfucker too.
It was I'm telling you, dude, after that first round, even in the first round, it was just a fucking dogfight. It's like, after that first round, he was tired too. So I think he was cutting down so much weight and he wasn't used to it himself that he was also exhausted. Because when you cut weight, you're fucking dead, bro. You're dehydrated. He looked tired too. You know, he had the size advantage, but we were both tired. So that shit doesn't fucking matter, you know. It just came down to who wanted it more.
Y'all both wanted that. Like
we
I'm
both,
telling you,
and that was beautiful, man.
that
That's
was
what
a
makes him
good-ass
such
match.
that's what makes him such a fucking beast, and that's what makes people fucking good at what they do. Because sometimes you can be as good as you want to be, but sometimes you might meet someone that's just at that level that's like, I want it just as bad as this motherfucker. All right, now let's see who's got the most heart.
That's a lot of heart. Both of y'all motherfuckers. You
Yeah,
get me?
dude. Beautiful learning experience. I fucking lost fair and square, thank God, but it also opened my eyes to there's some fucking killers out here. It doesn't matter how much heart you have. You should fucking train
Oh yeah.
for a motherfucker that can beat some ass.
Yeah, I mean that's the crazy thing because just like I mean the person you're fighting is coming for your head. You get me? Especially if they have that mindset, all they're thinking is I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out. You get me? So that's crazy for me
Fucking
because
kill, yeah, for sure.
you're not just fighting. You're fighting against killers. You're fighting against people that know how to knock people out. You know, you're fighting against people who know how to choke people out.
Yeah, fucking these people are trained to like.
It's not
kill people.
Yeah, it's not a regular motherfucker on the street. You know, hey, you stepped on my bubble gum. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Hey, you son of a bitch.
You're over here in the
Hey.
octagon.
Hey, you son of a bitch. You took my parking spot. Get
And
your
then-
ass over here.
And then you get him in a fucking rear naked choke.
Yeah, and that's the funny part. I think people that are trained in fighting in actual like combat sports, they understand their capabilities on inflicting like damage to someone, so they actually avoid that kind of confrontation because they're like, dude, honestly, you look big and you look tough, but in reality, like I know more.
That's what I've heard.
I know more to hurt you. You know, I'm walking around at 180, I think right now, and I'm fairly skilled at all the
God damn.
All-
Hey,
all-
the alcohol's hidden.
all the little, you know, parts of fighting, you know, boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. But if you meet someone that's especially trained in one subject in that kind of world, it's like you're not going to go in there with the mentality of like, okay, I'm going to choke out or try to get this guy in an armbar that's been training on that subject alone for the past 20 years. You're not, because you're going to lose because that guy puts it all in the line, like on that one subject. But going in there and it's like, okay, let's fuck each other up.
That was a brawl, man.
Yeah, let's not go in there trying to fucking armbar this guy. Let's try to kick him in the fucking face. That's what you're gonna do, you know?
You have some
you're good
beautiful
at that.
kicks too. You
Thank
get
you.
me? I've seen some land and I've seen some miss, but when they miss, you fucking like your leg reaches high, man. Like you look like you could kick a can off my head, and I'm fucking 6'1". You get me?
We might have to try that.
And that's the last time you ever
That's
saw me
good.
alive. Okay, Kevin, I'm gonna kick it as hard as I can, but don't move.
Listen, Kevin, this is it.
I'm gonna
fucking kill you right now.
I'm gonna double roundhouse kick you.
I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick you so hard you're gonna love me.
I'm gonna fuck you till you love me. Shout out to Mike Tyson.
Listen, Mike Tyson, if you're watching this, how are you doing?
Mike Tyson, if you're listening, I like my ears.
Mike Tyson, listen, buddy. That's a nice tattoo. We should hang out sometime.
You understand?
Where's that tiger at? Where's that tiger at?
Still in his apartment. How do you practice those kicks? Do you kick a bag or what's up with that?
So listen, I wake up every morning. I go to the backyard and I kick bamboo trees.
God damn, sugar cane or bamboo?
Listen.
Sugar cane I hear is a little bit better.
Listen.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Sugar cane, bamboo, sugar
Bamboo.
Have you seen that little girl fucking kicking trees?
Hey, okay, on the defense, I swear to God, all those trees are dead. They're like, you kick them and they turn into dust. That's not fair.
You've seen it.
A real tree doesn't do that.
This bitch is fucking kicking trees.
God damn, your hands must be hurting, ma'am.
She's like beating the shit out of this tree like it owes her money.
What the fuck that tree ever do to her? What were we talking about?
It's providing shade.
What is this again? God, it's like, let me see here. Sorry, Mike.
All right, yo, okay. I want to let me talk.
Maker's Mark. Okay, that shit's strong, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Maker's Mark is good, but I want to talk about this other fight too. You get me?
For sure.
Okay. When you verse that one dude, Josh, right? He was like a bigger,
on.
buff white guy.
Oh yeah.
He was the one that was throwing a shitload of haymakers.
Oh, that's a
and
great story too. There's a backstory behind that too.
shit. Let me hear. I want to hear that one.
I was coming off the flu.
Really? Goddamn, Vyphot, you fucking did amazing in that fight. Even with the-
Yeah. So I come in here with this mentality like I'm a badass. I'm gonna start training. So I'm training in the fucking snow. Like it's snowing. It's fucking freezing out, and I'm doing runs out in the snow, like thinking it's gonna make me like mentally stronger, right?
That's how you
Okay.
get sick. Yeah.
And I got fucking sick.
Yeah.
I end up catching the fucking flu, literally like a week before the fight. Dead ass serious. I was about to pull out of the fight, and I'm like, dude, you stupid motherfucker, why are you doing this? Like, you idiot. Like, this isn't good for anybody.
You over here trying to be Rocky Balboa
I'm
running.
trying to be Rocky Balboa. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to fight. The day of the fight comes on. I'm like, okay, I feel good enough. Like, I cut weight. I feel decent. I'm looking okay. Like, things are going to be good. I was so anxious about this fight that I thought, okay, maybe I'm going to fucking rub one off. And take a little nap and wake up feeling like a monster. My family from Denver come in, call me as soon as
rubbing one off, huh?
yeah, as soon as I bust a nut, they come in and like, hey, we're 30 minutes away from town, and the fight's like 4 hours or so from the fight, and I'm just like, you idiot, why the fuck would you jack off right before your fight? You don't want to fight anymore. You just want to chill with the guy, go fishing or something.
Catch
I'm
a
there
beer.
like, yeah, the whole time I'm like warming up and shit for this fight. I'm like like shadow boxing, like getting ready, stretching. I'm just like, man, I shouldn't have jacked off.
You fucking shot your testosterone, bro.
I shot it out. It's like,
Did
that's
you
a
listen to
knockout.
Mike Tyson?
It
Mike
could have been a
Tyson said-
knockout. And the guy's an awesome guy too, and he's a fucking great fighter, dude.
Yeah, I gotta look like I'm
He's a
saying,
beast.
I'm impressed by all of your fights because, like I'm saying,
They're
you.
huge. They're always fucking mean.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, is Vyphot fighting at the right way? You get me?
I'm a skinny fucker, right?
You look skinny, but like you look like technical. You get me? Like you
I'm
look.
trying to get there, Kevin. I'm trying to get there slowly.
You got beautiful reach.
Thank you, sir.
Like this is one thing I was gonna ask you.
All
again.
3.5 inches, people. Listen up. It's where it's at.
Off the ground.
No girth, just reach. 3.5 inches. Call me.
While you're in there in the ring fighting, how do you stay so calm? Because that's one thing. After watching
You
all your
think so?
fights, you stay so calm. Like even after you get punched in the face, I see you punch your opponents in the face, and they boom, put their hands up right away and start to panic. You get punched in the face, and then you're like, all right, I got punched in the face, and then you just like keep going at it, like you look in the eyes, and then you're like,
Good
okay.
Good one, mate. Now my turn to retaliate. Come here.
My turn to.
Oh, very nice.
And that's what you do too.
Now your turn. Oh, jeez. You are a good adversary. Thank you very
you're
much.
pulling a Jesus. Turn your cheek to the left if he slaps you to the right.
I think the calmness just comes from training. It's one of those things like you do it, and you do it so much that you get used to it. That's what you become. So my trainer, honestly, for being a mixed martial art, my trainer is such an awesome guy, man. Just a great friend. He always instills. He puts upon us like, okay, no matter what, put that poker face on. Like you're calm, you're good. You get on your bicycle.
Yeah,
that means just nothing happened, even if you're hurt.
that's one thing for sure. You do not look like you're tired
No,
or
thank
you're hurt. I've been noticing like at the end of rounds, you get me. Some of your opponents just stay on the ground and they're like trying to get a breather.
That's what happened after that second fight. After that fight with Brady, it was an eye opener. Like, you got to take this serious. So when a fight is coming, the training that goes behind it is it's so much more serious.
Yeah.
It's not just okay, come to the gym, do your little class and fucking little stretches and you're good. No, it's fucking you're doing your runs at fucking 6 a.m. on a Sunday when everyone's sleeping. It's fucking shadow boxing, fucking 1 o'clock in the morning right before work, just because that's gonna give you a little edge,
How fucking hungry are you?
Yeah, like the preparation behind a fight. If you're gonna fight, you need to understand that you're not going in there to play fucking patty cake. You're going in there to fucking try to kill each other. And do you want to be the one that gets killed? Nah, fuck that shit. The more training you put, there's no excuses in the end. So if you lose, it's all on you. It was all on you.
That's the spotlight at the end of the fucking day. Is like, did you do enough to train for this fight?
Did you eat good enough? Did you sleep good enough? Did you train enough? Did you fucking did you do your research? Did you practice this move? Dude, there's no excuse, man. Like, every time, even if you win and you didn't win the way you wanted, or you didn't look the way you wanted to look, it's because, hey man, that's all you. And it's understandable when there's all these other factors, because the funny thing, people don't realize when fighters fight, they have a life outside of fighting.
Yeah.
So they have families they need to provide. They have jobs. They have fucking mortgages to pay and shit, and that's a lot of stress on top of a fight.
It's not just, on top of the pressure of being seen fighting, on top of the pressure of training, on top. You get me? Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. There's a lot that goes into the behind. It's like you're training and you want to be this thing, but you also need to understand that that's not the only goal. Even though it's a big goal, you also have priorities that you can't forget about, which is crazy.
You have different kinds of fight outside of the ring.
Yeah, every day is a fight.
Yeah, and
waking up from bed, that's a fight. And if you woke up and you got out of bed on time, you
thank
won
the
the
Lord.
first fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's for sure. That's for real, because I don't know. There's a lot of behind the scenes that people don't know. Like you're telling me right now, I didn't know that. You were drinking before the other one, or that you had the flu, or this one. You get me? It's just those little things.
Yeah, the flu and then the fight where I was drinking and I didn't train for that one. Those are all excuses. Whatever happened, win or lose, whatever happened, it happened. But after that fight with that one guy that you talked about, it's been pretty much real training and taking it serious. So like whatever you see on that, it's raw and it's real. That's what that was the outcome from actually training.
That dude Josh, I was seeing. I don't know if you were. I believe you saw. You're fucking good. This motherfucker just kept throwing right-handed haymaker, man.
Dude, that was
just overhand right, overhand right.
Beautiful punch.
It wasn't a beautiful punch because it was. You could see that shit from a mile away. Like, it would be good if you would toss it every once in a while, but like literally
feint it a little bit.
Yeah,
that's a little bit of the learning. That's a learning curve. Like you understand that.
You were watching that shit come at you literally. Like I would watch you and you'd be, oh look, here comes.
Has anything ever happened to you that it's gonna happen from like afar and you're just like, I can't do anything to stop it? Yeah. Without the training behind there, that's how it was. It like I would see it. It's like here comes an overhand right, and I'm just like, damn it, I didn't prepare for this. So hit me or not, I'm gonna try to move and try to retaliate. But if not, good one, mate.
You're a good counter puncher too.
Yeah.
You get me? Like he throws a punch and boom, boom, you hit him right away. You're like, all right, you took your shot. Here's my change, motherfucker.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited for this next fight that's coming because this one's actually prepared with the mentality of not only am I gonna win, this is gonna be the fight that's gonna kick off bigger things.
When's the fight?
We're shooting for June or July for a pro fight, my first debut fight.
The pro? Shit, yeah.
So you make a little bit of money while getting your ass kicked. It's fucking great.
Yo, you could fucking do it. I'm saying you got good length.
Thank you.
You're fucking skill. I'm telling you got good skill, man. Like the opponents you're versing, literally, they're supposedly on the same skill as you, right? Is that's they try to match you up like that?
Yeah. If not the same, more. So it's like the more you fucking put in the gym, the better the results are gonna be when you actually fight. It's been so this whole pandemic hit, and things have been kind of on the back burner. But this past 2 months, I would say, has been really aimed towards like, all right, who gives a shit about this pandemic? Let's make shit happen. So the training that's going behind the closed doors, it's fucking unreal.
How much training have you been doing?
I trained 6 to 7 days a week, bro.
Oh shit.
So I've trained 6 days this week. Today's supposed to be my off day. Even though today was the off day, you're still shadow boxing.
You're out there
just
beating
because
the shit
hungry.
out of fish.
Yeah. I was fishing if nobody knew right before this. So my pants are all dirty. And
he was out there boxing fishes and shit.
When we're not punching people, we're fucking catching fish. Hey,
or the fish catching you.
Can I take a piss?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll take a little break.
We're going to take a little break, guys.
The Wondering Mind.
All right, we're back from break. All right, Vyphot took his dick out and he took a nice little piss.
It was a long piss because it was a long day.
It's true. It took from his throat all the way to his... okay, we were talking about this.
That's not how the anatomy works, but yes, sir. We'll call it there.
I went to college, community college. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Let's just get straight to the fucking point. Enough of these
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
notes, man. What am I reading? I gotta tell you right now, Vyphot.
What's up, Kevin?
You did the most gangster fucking move I've ever seen in MMA history. Never has this ever been done.
What?
In my opinion, I've never seen it.
It must have happened once.
Never in the history of all martial arts has this ever been accomplished by any other person.
I assure you, it might have been done.
Let me close the door before the neighbor starts hollering at me to shut the fuck up.
All right.
Vyphot, when you won that match against, what's his name over here? What's his name? Against Tom, all right? You
the
remember
first fight. Yeah, the
your
first fight. Okay.
debut fucking
Yes, sir.
fight.
Yes,
It was
sir.
the most gangster fight I've ever seen. This motherfucker may have been old. This guy looked like he was about to fucking die. He had one foot on a banana peel, one in
He
the
hit
grave.
hard. He hit hard.
This guy looked experienced.
Don't misinterpret someone's age with their capability, bro.
I'm just talking shit, Vyphot. But
this man. No,
This
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this motherfucker did look like he had age on you, but with the age, I also thought too. I'm like, well, if this motherfucker's fighting still, he obviously must have some skill to him, right? It's not like he's gonna start. He's gonna pick up a pair of UFC gloves and be like, hey, you know what? I could do this shit. You get me? He probably has some sort of background.
Now's the time.
You know what? I'm 31 years old. I think it's time I fight.
Now is the time to start training.
Fucking cats.
Yeah, but
Okay,
what
hold
about
on.
the fight?
Okay, that fight. After you won. After you, okay, let's go ahead. Put the video. Go put the video. It's the first one. That one. Right there. Put it on full screen. There you go. Just leave it there. All right. I'm gonna be editing the fucking video, but okay. This is where Vyphot is on top of this motherfucker, right? This is Vyphot's debut fight right here. This got my fucking dick hard. All right. Just
4
wait.
years ago. Goddamn.
Look at this. The fucking ground and pound you did to this motherfucker.
This elbow splits his head.
Look,
open.
this is
Yeah,
that right? You see that elbow?
Yeah, that splits the head open.
I'm telling you, you are not only swallowing elbows, you're dishing them out, man.
Oh, this is where I lick the blood. That's
Okay. That's what I'm gonna get to.
all right.
But
We
wait,
get tested before, so we'll just throw that out there.
hold up. Look at this rear naked choke. That was sexy as fuck right here.
It didn't even have to go to that. It could have just been a fucking TKO, but my dumbass.
Okay, right there. Look at that. He fucking licked. You didn't only lick the blood. You scraped it off the ground and licked it. All right, go ahead. Pause it. Go ahead. Pause it right there. But you fucking.
I thought you were gonna say like the whole like when I looked up to the camera and like fucking stuck my tongue out.
The whole thing looks sexy. I'm not gonna lie. But the thing that caught my attention, I'm telling you, I've never seen no other UFC fighter scrape his knuckles with his opponent's blood.
Oh, there's a guy.
lick it
You ever
off?
hear BJ Penn?
I've heard the name.
That was his trademark, bro.
He would do it like that?
Yeah, he was a sick fuck.
Really?
We don't talk about him anymore.
Why not?
He's a sick bug.
But
No. He was a good fighter. Yeah.
what? This is what I'm wondering. You get me? This is something that always crosses through my mind as I'm seeing UFC or MMA. After you're probably having adrenaline dumping your body, right?
Oh,
You
for sure.
probably you're probably so high off adrenaline shit. Do you know you're doing this, or is it just like in the moment, or what?
And I think. All right, so forget the fucking cameras and the crowd. Once you actually get into it, and then you realize that fucking this kind of competition, it's like kill or be killed. The real fucking human comes out.
Yeah. Well, the animal human.
Yeah,
You give him
exactly.
the actual.
So we're all fighters, we're all killers in the end, but I think society's like, all right, let's not be primitive.
We've been pampered.
We've been pampered. Let's be
Yeah.
chill. But when you're in there, it's like
Yeah, you see
The
what
opposite. Let's fucking
you see
bring
what
that
the actual
fucking
human
shit
could
out.
do.
Oh yeah.
that's like the
Then you-
primal human right there.
Yeah, because if there wasn't a referee,
He'd be dead.
He'd be dead.
Yeah, that's
The
real
loser
talk
would be
right there.
dead. You know what I mean? It's not like, all right, 10 count, get up. It's like, if this referee isn't here to stop it, you keep punching this
I wish there was a
motherfucker.
referee for all the motherfuckers with the gun. You know, it's like, hey, put the gun away.
Hey.
This is only a knife fight.
Mister, put that shit down. Yeah, and that's what sucks about a gunfight. You know, that motherfucker can be unhealthy in his fucking 70s and still
300
kill a mother.
pounds?
He can kill like a whole horde of people, but it's different when it comes to like punching and shit. You know, it's like, nah,
When
you can't do
actually
that.
you have to do it with your bare hands. That's like as primal as
it's
it
as
gets.
primitive as it gets.
You-
Like
okay.
you have one task: get in there, kill or be killed. All right, and it's like, okay, how can I learn how to fucking kill this man? And then that's what you're training. This sport's fucking hilarious. Like you're learning, even though it's a workout, you're learning how to fucking like kill somebody.
The thing is, okay, MMA is, I see it like it's a chess game, right? How do you know to pick the right move? Because I see it in your head. You get me like in
Practice.
chess, you fucking, or I'm going to move boom, boom, boom so I can get to this.
Practice, repetition, and practice. Like,
Is it
you gotta prepare?
you practice sparring or you practice?
For sure. Sparring is for like sparring days, like after practice, and then like, you know, for the people that want it, they'll pursue it by sparring, because that's kind of when you kind of throw everything together and see what you're capable of, see what you learned. But like the drills that you do, if you do a drill, the more you do it, the more proficient you're going to be at it. So say, okay, this guy keeps throwing the right hand, you know, for example,
Shout out
earlier
to
on.
Josh.
Shout out to Josh. Say if I was to anticipate that and actually take it serious, I would practice like, okay, what do I do once he throws this? What can I counter, or what can I do to set up something for the attack, you know, for this opponent particularly. So the more serious that you get into fighting, the more that you actually do your research and understand, like, okay, I can learn 100 different things, but this is the topic I'm gonna learn in order to defeat this opponent, because this opponent is good at this particular thing, not just throwing a kick to the leg, because say they never throw a kick. Why are you gonna learn how to defend a kick or how to return your offense to a kick to a man that never throws a kick?
Yeah.
No, you got to do it for the guy that throws that overhand, you know?
Mhm.
So that's the kind of thing, like the more that you take this sport seriously, the more that you understand, like, okay, I gotta learn and educate myself on this certain scenario where I have to be good at retaliating with this move or that move for this opponent.
Yeah.
And then there's motherfuckers that know how to do it all. You know, it's like, I know how to do this after I catch a kick, or after I block a kick, or after I throw a kick.
Yeah, you gotta
It's
know
nuts.
what the next move is as soon as you do the
Oh,
next
for
move.
sure. And it just goes down the line. It's so vast. There's so much that goes into mixed martial arts, because in wrestling, in kickboxing or boxing or jiu-jitsu, you can learn and be the best at this one particular thing. But when you do mixed martial arts, you got to understand, you got to take all that and say it takes a lifetime to get good at one thing. Now you're throwing in like 20 other things. It's like,
yeah, you get punched, fucking armbarred, all at the
exactly.
same fucking time.
You got to learn the more knowledge that you have, just like in life, the better off you are. You know, understand?
It's true. Like the more you practice it as well, life, the more you live life. But the more you practice, the more you practice it, the more you'll know. Because
Exactly.
if let's say you're getting in a situation where he punched you and now he has your back, you have to know immediately
What to do.
You don't want to get fucking rear naked choked. You don't want to get
for
in a
sure.
situation, so you immediately has to boom hit.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm on my back. What happens?
Okay, yeah.
Is that practice? Is that
Exactly. It's repetition. It's practice and repeating that scenario. So when you're wrestling or you're doing your jiu-jitsu and you get in this position where this guy's going to take your back, okay? Maybe he gets your back the first time, okay? And it happens again, and then okay, maybe this time I defended one hook from going in, one leg from going in the leg, inside your leg, inside your thigh. But the other one doesn't, and the next thing you know, you block both legs, and next thing you know, you scramble out of that position, and then you're fucking free, and then we're never even in that fucking scenario.
Yeah.
So the more you do it, the better you get at it. And there's people that are really good at some things and not other things. There's some people that are good at everything, just naturally athletic, and there's some people that, you know, they go with it, man. And it's crazy. It's a sport that's just so, it's eye-opening. Like, you see how much time people put into their craft.
Does a crowd affect you? Like,
At first it did for
so
sure.
you could feel like when you're walking in, you feel the eyes on you, the pressure.
After the third fight, it was really like that shit doesn't fucking really matter
it took up
anymore.
to the third, huh?
I'd say about the third, because the first fight, I still remember walking up to the cage and hearing people say, "You're gonna get knocked out.
Oh yeah,
Fuck you, bitch." And you're just like,
they say that shit.
oh, dude, 100%. And the funny thing is, it's funny how much you remember and what you actually see when all this chaos is going on.
Yeah.
So like, it was people that I knew, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Really?
For sure.
People you knew are
Some
saying
people I knew from
That's
like
fucked
Lex.
up.
So it's just like, god damn.
It should be
Who the fuck you trust?
supporting.
You should be supporting, but that's not how
Mhm.
it goes. So that gets in your head.
Yeah.
From the get go. But like, once you do it more and more times, like, everybody's different. But I mean, like, you get used to it and you understand, like, that's just a part of it. The real main focal point is, once you step in there, this is your world, and you're gonna display what you've learned and what you're capable of. The crowd is nothing. The crowd is just there to enjoy the show.
So you drown it out eventually. Like,
Eventually, you just get over it. Some people don't, but just like everything else, some
do
people.
you think it adds like something to it though? Like, do you feel like it adds like some
the
more
suspense.
excitement?
I think so.
That's why you do more crazier moves
yeah,
and shit.
It adds kind of like, all right, I can't fucking fuck up now.
Yeah. That's
Now
the
is not
pressure.
the time to fucking be a bitch. It's kind of what it comes down to.
It makes you fucking. It makes your cojones fucking drop. You get me?
Exactly,
It's like it's now or never.
Yeah, now is the time to fucking be a beast. Because if not, you're gonna look like a bitch in front of a lot of people.
That is like, to me, so stressful. You get me?
For sure.
You get me? Like, I do comedy, and just standing in front of a crowd is stressful enough.
Oh,
But
for sure.
but like, I'm trying
Getting
to, like,
your ass beat on top of
that's
that.
what I'm thinking. Like, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm like, imagine you doing jokes, but not only doing jokes, now you have to defend yourself against someone trying to beat your ass.
Now you gotta
trying
be
to knock
funny,
you
but
out.
there's a motherfucker that's funnier right here,
Uh-huh.
and you gotta be funnier than this man. And now that joke that you thought of earlier this morning isn't as
It
funny.
don't mean shit.
Yeah, it don't mean a chicken crossed the road. Fuck that chicken. Forget the chicken.
And then, yeah, like, what do you do, like, to drown them out, or do you just, like, before you
Just
step
stay
out,
focused.
do you already?
Just try to stay focused. If you see from anyone's fight, even if you look in mine, even though I only have 6 fights under my record, the more experience you have, the more that you do something, the more comfortable you get with it.
Repetition.
So from my last fight, you can actually see I was so comfortable with the whole thing, like the preparation. Like, I remember warming up. I was warming up, hitting pads and shadow boxing. And the way they had it set up for the fighters, normally they have 2 separate rooms where they like get their hands wrapped and warmed up and get ready for their fight. It was the complete opposite. We were sharing fucking like the same station. So like,
oh, so y'all are both there in the same room?
we're there, and I remember like warming up, and this man was trying to study my movements and think about what he was gonna do and be like, okay, where's his weak points?
Does that fuck with you or not?
And that's the thing. I was so happy with him watching, because I knew in my head, like, dude, I'm coming in there to fuck you up. Like, watch whatever you want. Look at whatever you want. Take as much notes as you want. Just understand that I'm coming in here to fucking kill you.
That's the mindset you gotta fucking have.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
And I think I want to say after, I think it was, I got 6 fights, I think, under my belt. It was after the 4th fight where I realized that you start kind of, the more you do something, like I said, the more you start picking up on like the little nooks and crannies on the sport.
Yeah.
I realized like this shit's, the crowd is a fucking, like, it's a small piece to the puzzle. Like, you don't give a shit. You start realizing like, okay, you've done this so many times in practice. Why would you choke under pressure just because there's a crowd?
Yeah.
So that's when I was comfortable with fucking my 5th fight when I fought this guy who was a knockout artist who, you know, was actually had he had like 20 fights, and I only had like four fights before him. He had 20 fights, bro, and he was a knockout artist.
Do you remember his name?
It was Keelan.
Keelan, the black motherfucker with his dreads. That guy was buff as a motherfucker.
He was tough.
Coming into that fight, I'm like, again,
God.
what is Vyphot doing?
What are you getting yourself into, sir?
Is he in the same weight
stupid?
range here? You get me? Like,
So-
this motherfucker got dreads. He's buff like a motherfucker, and he looks real good. Like, he moves good. He throws good punches and kicks.
My thing was, like, after that last couple fights, I started picking up, like, okay, the fight is a fight. Everything leading up to it is just the little pieces to a bigger puzzle. Like, it's not as big as you actually take in your mind when you first start, like, actually fighting. So I actually, like, met the dude before. So him and the other guy after that, my last fight, I actually met them. And I don't know if it's like a mental warfare kind of type deal, but it's kind of like hey, buddy, we're going to get down tomorrow.
Yeah.
And let the best man win. It's not like you go up to face-offs and you're just like, I'm bigger and badder than you, bitch.
Yeah.
No, it was like, hey, man, tomorrow we're going to do work. I wish you the best of luck. And it's kind of like,
it's not fucking
that's
wrestling.
kinda weird.
Like,
That's kinda weird.
WWE. Yeah. It's like actually trying to get in your head.
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And
Calm.
it's calm. That's the calmness because
Mhm.
that when you get in there and you're actually like participating in that sport, that action of like fighting, it's different from like the build up. Like a lot of people, these first guys, when they get their first one or two fights, just like I did, it's literally the month leading up to the fight. It feels like you're fighting, like you're exhausted because you can't sleep because you're worried about you might lose, you might disappoint people. But when it comes down to it, it's like, no, dude, the real fucking fun starts when that cage closes
Oh yeah.
and it's go time.
Let's see
Those
what you
3
can
or
do.
5 rounds, yeah.
I was
So
gonna.
why trip about it?
Was that guy? What's his name? Keelan. You like. I loved your fucking like legs from preventing him from standing up. You get me? Like you're behind him while he's like on the ground. He's trying to stand
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and then you like put your legs
The
behind
hooks?
him.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hooks.
Yep.
And I'm like, yo, he's trying to stand up, and I'm like, that's amazing because you're getting him tired the whole time. So everything is just like a plan.
And that's all practice too.
It's all practice. So I'm like, he's trying to get up. I see him like trying to get to his knees, and then you're like, what are you doing? Like you're like pushing
You're
your
hooking
legs.
it. Yeah, you're just hooking it. So kind of like when it comes to wrestling or jiu-jitsu and everything, there's you can break it down into little sections of kind of like what you're trying to achieve. So he's trying to get up. So in order to get up, you got to get your fucking knee and then it's your foot, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's fucking just stop him from being able to get to his knees. So how can I stop him from doing that first part?
Yeah.
And you know? So it's bit by bit, bro. And it's
You got some
nuts,
long
man.
ass legs to do that shit too.
Thanks, man.
You get me?
Yeah, the funny thing with that whole fight is he actually messaged me like a week before the fight, and he's like, "Hey, yo, man. Hey, yo, man. So listen, whoever wins, let's do a deal. Whoever wins gets the fucking fighter shorts right then and there in front of everybody." And I'm just
Fighter shorts.
yeah, like it would be kind of like that's the reward, like
Yeah.
getting the shorts, like take them off and
Hand
ta-da,
it to
here,
him like,
bitch.
like soccer players do, like jerseys. And
This
shit.
fool fucking loses. He gets a TKO. He like verbally is like,
Okay.
"Hey,
let
yo,
me-
ref,
Let's
stop
talk about
this
that.
shit."
Let's talk about that real quick because I didn't know what happened. Like at the end, did he? What did he say? Did he say he tapped?
it was gonna be a TKO or it was gonna be a verbal tap, which he ended up just like calling it because he was getting fucking hit too much.
You were beating the shit out of him.
he
So
was like-
did he like say
He
I
said-
give up or
Yeah,
what?
yeah. He's basically said, "I gave up, man," which is cool. Like no disrespect to any fighter, like whatever. But he quit because he was getting beat up, and then if
Okay.
he wasn't gonna say he quit within the next 5 seconds, they were gonna stop it. He was losing.
Visually, like that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't hear it, so visually you were
Mhm.
beating the shit out of
Yep.
him, and then you stopped.
Yep,
And then-
because he was like he was saying stop out loud, and I was like, oh, all
yeah,
right.
that's why you can't hear. Like I was watching the video, and you can't hear it,
Mhm.
so it just looks like you're like, all right, I'm done.
I'm
you
done.
get me?
You're
and
good.
then like the referee's like, okay, it's, like go over it, but it
Hey,
didn't look like it.
What's
and,
going on here?
You're like, hey, you're not supposed to actually hurt him, son.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Keep hitting this man. So I stopped. But the whole short thing is he was supposed to give me his shorts. I didn't give a fuck about the shorts. Like, I'm super cool and collective. Like, I love these people that train because we're all in the same fucking doghouse. We're all like, all right, we sacrifice to do this. So I'm like, hey man, good job. Bop, bop, bang, thank you. But in reality, like, you owe me some shorts, bro. You know, you called me out for some shorts.
Respect thing,
but
right
whatever. There. And I don't know if it was his trainer or his dad. He's like, hey yo man, get a picture with this guy. Get a picture with him, bro. And I'm just like, all right. and he's like, nah, man, fuck that shit. And I'm just like,
what?
I'm just standing there like, so, I mean, do you want a picture or what? And then he's just like, he walks off all pissed. And I'm just like, I didn't take offense to it. I was just like, oh, he's probably upset. But, where are my shorts? That's what I was thinking.
Hey, 2021, where those man's shorts at?
You called me out. I mean, if I was to lose, I was gonna give you my shorts, but like, you walked out. You didn't even take a picture with me,
that's
bro.
Real shit.
Now we have some fucking blood down there.
It's like, yo, last time I took it easy. This time it's for reals.
That was easy last time. So this time, where are my goddamn shorts?
Yo, I saw you knee someone in the head. Whose match was that? Anyways, you knee someone in the head. How does that feel? Like,
Feels good, Kevin.
I saw him go down. Like, I think
which one was this?
It was probably Tom. I'm thinking of Tom.
Oh, Tom.
Because I saw him.
Did you ever watch the fight out in the baseball field?
I didn't see no.
Oh, it's not on YouTube. That one's a weird one. We fought on a baseball field, bro.
You fought
in the rain?
Really?
For sure.
Was it like a legit fight or?
Like all the fights you've seen, just imagine it out on the baseball field.
Was it
in
like
the stands where everyone was sitting and it was but up there? They didn't put it on fucking YouTube.
So, but it was like a legit, like it goes on your record fight, or
yeah, it was a legit fight. It was just outside.
Really?
Just kind of like if you watch boxing, sometimes they have boxing matches outside. It was the same thing.
I didn't see that. How'd that go, or what's up?
It was beautiful.
Well, I'm assuming you won.
It was a great fight. It was like
it's not on YouTube though.
They didn't want to put it on YouTube.
Motherfucker. Okay, like tell me the highlights. What happened in that match? What makes it so great?
I just feel like I was confident in my striking, and if it was to go more rounds, it would have gone my way. But it went to a decision. But I think the striking, everything, my confidence, my stamina, everything just looked on point, and I was having fun. I was having fun, huh?
How many fights is this in?
I'd say it was my third fight.
Your third fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. This was after the loss, so
Yeah.
it was taken a lot more serious. The whole weight cut,
So
everything.
You came back in fucking
I
strong.
came in ready for some fucking dick.
Did the guy also look buff or
yeah, he was. God, I got a little sticker right here. He was a tough motherfucker. He was tatted from the fucking all the way from the feet up. Like,
really?
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have to take a break, bro. I gotta take a leak.
The Wondering Mind.
All right, and we're back from another piss break. I have not taken a piss yet.
I am concerned about this man's
and I've been drinking like a motherfucking fish. You get me? For those of you wondering, I just got done doing a month-long alcohol break. This is like the first drinks that I have in forever. It's because I was like, you know what, Kevin G, you've been drinking a little bit too much. So I took a month off, and now this is like the first, like third drink that I have in a month. So, cheers, Vyphot.
Cheers,
Good
bro.
to be cheering with you. I mean, yeah, cheering with you.
Sharing with you with these nice ass ice cubes.
Oh, finally, you appreciate the ice cubes, huh? It took you.
Beautiful. They're not clear, but fuck, I'll take it.
It took you all of 2 hours to appreciate my fucking ice cubes. Okay, so where were we? You said you were about to fight this dude with us. He was covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So how did the match start off?
So it started off, we were trying to fill each other out and see what, our strengths and shit were. So
and this is nowhere on social media, no YouTube, no Facebook.
It's not on YouTube. I have a few ideas why it's not on there, but we won't go into that. But I mean, right. I have like highlights on that, and then like you can find it if you actually pay for it, which is fucking stupid.
You have to pay for it?
Yeah, but I mean, either way, it was a great fight, and it was like you can really see the change of like, okay, here's the momentum, and we're gonna keep it going like on this actual like more than just amateur kind of thing, you know. Because the more fights you do, there's only two things that happen: you learn more, and you get more experience, and you
this
start
is a dude
taking it
that
more
was
serious.
20 or like 20 and some old. He had a lot of fights.
I honestly don't know. I think he was 2-0.
So he was still new to the game.
Yeah, I
too?
think he was 2-0, and I was like 1-1. I want to say I can't. Don't.
Hey, don't
fucking
fact check
correct me
us.
on
Yeah,
that.
here you gave me the fucking maker's mark has been hitting, so both of us have been.
We are both. Kevin is starting to look really good right now.
I was starting to think the same thing
My
about
button's low. Don't fucking look at me.
As you can see, Vyphot is already taking off his pants.
I got like fucking 6 buttons on this fucking on these jeans. Who the fuck makes these kind of jeans?
Yo, I could take those off with my mouth if you're interested. Okay, so let's say first match. Was it right off the bat on site, or did you guys just measure each other out?
We kind of just got a feel for each other, and then we started fucking exchanging, and after the first round, it was just fun. It was just kind of moving around, we're hitting each other or whatever, we're setting things up, and it was just more of a like, hey, this is a good time. It wasn't like fucking survive or kill. It was like, dude, this is fun. Let's keep
That's
it up.
possible to do in MMA when you're trying to kill each other to have fun.
Yeah, you get into that flow stage.
So I bet it feels good when you have somebody that's actually a good opponent.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's tit for tat. You could like. I don't know. What do you like about it? What do you like about it? You get me? I don't think I would like somebody with the same fucking skill as me. I want somebody weaker than me that I could fucking curb stomp his fucking skull in. You get me?
Hey, buddy, stop hitting me. Let me give you a little bit. Nice hit.
I
All
don't
right,
need
now my
nobody
turn.
punching me in the face. You
my
get me? I want to dominate.
Yeah.
You get me?
No,
But
it's-
I get the competitiveness. Look, the words are slurring. Kevin G has been drinking.
Kevin G on that fucking
Maker's mark.
makers.
The maker's mark makes a make out of you. You get me?
Listen, Kevin. It's a funny ass topic to get into because it's one of those things that I can't tell you. I can tell you as much as you want to hear, but you're never gonna know the
Until I get
actual
punched in
feeling
the face?
until you do it.
Yeah.
Because even if you got in a street fight or a bar fight, it compares nothing to someone that actually you're preparing for this day. The day comes, you're in front of
Yeah.
1,000 people. You're on TV or on the internet, and it's happening live.
That's
It's a
just
whole
for
different
millions, possibly millions of people
Yeah,
to watch.
yeah.
That's another thing. You get me? Nowadays, it's not just the crowd; it's the internet where
And it stays
possibly
there forever,
millions.
yeah, for sure.
Another thing, it stays there forever. And your fucking matches look great, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. You
Oh,
get
thank
me?
God.
I'll be
Thank
jerking
God I
off to
didn't
your
throw up
videos
in
and
that
shit.
second fucking fight, which I fucking did after the fight.
You did?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Why
I
was
so
it
out
the
of
pressure
shape.
or was
Yeah,
it?
it was all of it. Pressure. I don't give a fuck what you call it. I threw up. I was like, yes.
Hey, as long as
I
the
had to
cameras
puke.
didn't catch it, I believe you deserved it. You
Oh,
get me?
thank God. And he came up to me when I was in the back and he's like, good fucking fight. I'm like, thank you, buddy. Thank you for that ass whooping. I appreciate you.
You just throw a hands up. No problem.
You're good. Thank you. Anyways, see him
That's
at the bar, and we're at the bar, and we're like, dude, good shit. It's fucking funny because after it, that's why I don't understand these people in like big fights in like the UFC right now, because they set up the scenario where they hate each other, and I'm just like, how can you hate someone that you know nothing of? Is it just because of the media? Is it like you make more for fucking starting shit, which you
Yeah.
probably do? But in reality, how can I fucking, if I was to fight you next week and they called it and they're like, hey, you're fighting Kevin Guerrero, and then I see you down the street, I'm like, hey, bitch, fuck you. Like, you're a bitch. I'm going to fuck you up. And you're just like, hey, buddy, I'm a nice guy.
Hey, man, why are you being so mean to
Hey,
me, man?
Hey, dude, I fucking pay my taxes like everybody else.
Hey, how about you give me a second to train, man?
Hey, buddy, come down to the soup shop and help me feed these men. And you're just like, how can I be an asshole to this fucking guy? This guy's a
That's
fucking
true, though. How
saint.
could you?
And
You
that,
don't really have any bad blood against them.
exactly. So once that experience comes up, you start realizing, like, at least in my case, where I see a fighter, like now, I don't go in there like, hey, bitch. Fuck you!
You catch him at the supermarket and it's on site.
No, exactly.
Hey, you remember 3 years ago, motherfucker?
Pay your taxes. No, I see him, like, if I see him right before weigh-ins.
You go and lick that dude's blood right off the fucking cereal boxes?
I see him in weigh-ins. I'm like, dude, literally my last fucking fight, I like went up to the guy, and this guy is like fucking huge ass back, and he was fucking built, and he was looking mean, and I was like, I just got done weighing in. I walked up and I was like, hey guy, what's up? I just shook his hand. I was like, hey dude, good job. I'm glad to see you. Like, hey, good job. Hey, good luck tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow. You look like a great fucking guy. And the guy's just looking at me like,
mean?
Like, all right. Okay.
Hey, talk about head games. You just got it in his fucking head.
And I'm not even trying to. I'm just like, when you start to like put it together and you're just like, dude, I know nothing about this guy. I know I got to fight him. That's something for sure. Like, you play basketball, you got to play this team. Doesn't mean this team is like fucking an undercover fucking like sex trafficking, coke fucking handling fucking like, hey, these are bad guys. Fuck these guys. We're going to play and we're going to beat them. No, it's like, hey, man. Hey. We're going to play basketball tomorrow. You're a cool
if
guy.
I was you, I'd put that in my head. I'd be like, this motherfucker.
And some people do that.
And it's
but
true.
Not me, bro. Fuck
I've
that.
seen people with that kind of energy, and
Exactly.
it's crazy.
Where they're just like,
they're boiling in the ear. Like, they look like Popeye, just steam coming out their fucking ears.
exactly. And if that was me on the other side, I'd be like, hey, bro. I'm kind of a nice guy. Like, seriously? Like, get to know me after this? I know you're mad. But listen, after this, let's get a drink. And they're just like, what's going on?
Hey,
Why is he so nice?
If you keep frowning like that, your face is going to stay that way.
Hey, listen, I know we got to fight, but after the fight, let me buy you a drink.
Do you feel like that energy helps or takes away from your actual, like,
Dude,
some people it works and some people it don't?
Dude, to me, it's just like, it's a fucking another day. Like, especially now that we're training more for like actual realistic fights, it's more kind of just like, hey, let's fucking do it. Let's not talk about it. Let's do it and let's have a good time. Like, if you want to be mad at me or something, let me know ahead of time, because in reality, you don't know nothing about me. If you're mad at me, if you really mad at me and you know nothing about me, it's just because you're fucking insecure. Just come get to know me. And if, you know, we can talk. If we're going to be mad at each other, let's talk about it. Let's be like, hey, yo, I'm going to be mad at you. Don't be like, just mad at me for no reason, because in reality, I'm a nice guy.
I feel like you said earlier, y'all are all in the same boat. So why the fuck are you guys hating? It's for the sport.
Exactly.
You get me? Get competitive for the sport. But don't get too personal about it where you're actually hating on them.
Exactly.
Be friends at the end of it, because you guys are...
Do you watch fighting? You watch like UFC or boxing or anything?
Nah, to be honest, I don't watch. I don't really... I watch it when it comes on, but I don't have the channel or nothing like that, so...
Why am I here?
Because, listen, to be honest...
Who is this man? Who is this Kevin Guerrero? What's he fucking bullshitting?
I want you to know how special you are, Vyphot. The most fights I've ever seen are your fights, all right? I'm a #1 fan.
That was sweet. Hey, listen, next fight, I'm going to get you fucking free.
I'm your #1 fan.
Tickets.
I want you to know
Listen.
that Kevin G is Vyphot's #1 fan. Put that on clip this right now. Kevin G is Vyphot's #1 fan right here. I love seeing you fucking fight.
Next time, hey, I'm making T-shirts this month, this coming month. Guess who's getting a free fucking T-shirt?
Who's getting a T-shirt? Maria!
Not you, bitch.
Oh! Is it Josh?
No, I was going to say me.
Oh, shit.
Neither of you. Damn it. You think these T-shirts grow on trees?
You know what, Vyphot? I'm starting to think you weren't that good of a fighter.
Fuck. All right.
But yeah, yo, like I'm saying, you like legit. I love seeing you fight, because no matter what opponent you have, you bring the same fucking like energy. Like you like.
Have you been to live fights? Have you been there for the live fights?
I've been to one only.
Which one?
Not to yours.
Oh,
a number
fuck.
one fan of Vyphot, and I've never been to.
Yeah, this motherfucker is bullshit.
Yo,
man. I'm about to
how many
walk
have
off
you
of this
had
fucking
here in
podcast.
town? How many have you had here in
2.
town? Okay, I missed both of them, but the rest have been out of town.
This motherfucker.
Hey,
Listen, I don't think this guy's a true fucking fan right now.
yo, I've been supporting. Yo, we work together, and I've been supporting you
okay,
since day
okay,
one.
listen. All
Okay.
right, if you're a fucking fan, after this podcast, we're gonna have to do some work and do some fucking promoting, because I want your podcast to blow up, and I want to be a part of that shit.
Hey, that's why we got you here. You get me?
Listen, hey, if and
I
when I
wouldn't-
make it big, you're coming on top with me. Deal?
Deal. The Wondering Mind podcast is in the Vyphot game, and the Vyphot game is in the Wondering Mind game. You get me? This is not just a liquor talking. It's
Maker Marks
Yo.
whiskey. Buy it.
If this isn't
Today.
if this isn't a commercial
Sponsored to you by
for Maker's
Kevin
Mark,
Guerrero.
I don't know what is. You get me? Bringing two people together who are already.
The fight was never in the cage. It was always in our hearts.
Yo,
Kevin
but-
Guerrero, Vyphot Kilmonivon, coming to you live on sensual lovemaking. Listen here.
This is your radio station.
This is where you come to fall in love with someone that looks just like you.
This is where you know the alcohol. The alcohol is fully in the system.
Maker's Mark whiskey. Listen, if you want to get in touch with your inner gay self, drink that shit. Because this man across from me is looking mighty tasty.
Didn't I tell you this shit was good? This shit, I'm telling
It's
you.
strong. I'm not gonna. You said it was good. It doesn't taste good, but it's strong.
I think it tastes good, and
You're fucking lying.
I am lying to me, but not to you.
Oh, okay. You were saying about we were taking too long. Let's wrap it up. What's the final question, Kevin?
Okay.
Hey, listen. I would love to continue this Maker's Mark drinking with you after, but I don't want to just talk about fighting. Tell me what's going on in your head.
Okay.
This
How
is
about this?
Vyphot Kill Money Bomb,
Look,
and this is Kevin Guerrero.
look,
speaking.
he just took over the show. Fucking Vyphot is now your new host. What am I? Okay, Vyphot, it's time. Ask me one question you've always wanted to ask. I'm right here.
You want
And
me to-
that is where we end the episode.
Hey, you want me to ask you a real question about you? You want me to ask you a real question that always baffled me when your name came up?
I'm listening.
Are you listening?
I'm here for you
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
whenever you need.
What's going
me.
on?
Hold me, touch me, tell me I'm beautiful.
Okay. Hold on. You edit this, don't you?
Yeah,
All right, let me send a Snapchat to my wife
Go
so
ahead.
she doesn't freak out.
yeah. I'll just cut this part out. It's all good. Yeah, we're about to end it here in a bit, or in a smidge. Let her get the. I know he's a good little cat. He just wants to get touched. Shut up.
All right. So my real question. All right, let me put this shit down. Sorry. So my real question, if
One
anyone's
question
watching,
and that's it. There's no more.
oh, no
ever.
more. So we'll stop talking about the fighting. But I would like to continue this.
Yo, we're gonna have to have
After.
you back on. Definitely, like after this, yeah, we'll talk. But like, definitely, I'm gonna have you have.
So
have to have
after
you
this,
back
are
on
we
the
going to
pod.
continue this camaraderie?
Hey, we could keep speaking.
All right. No. But my real question about you when I think about you is I see you, Kevin, since I've known you from working at
I
Baldwin's.
thought I was John Cena.
And you got this
Can't
free
see me?
spirit about you. And what goes on your mind?
The wondering mind.
Yes. So what goes on what goes on your mind on just life? What's going on in your head, Kevin? I'm
what?
taking over the show, bitches.
All right, listen. Vyphot is a host here, right? I'm just happen to be a special guest.
Tell me what's going on. What's the rapport? What's your composure? Your
Check it out.
why are you here?
Kevin
Tell
G
me.
is a special guest here. Okay, this is the Vyphot Kill a Man podcast, right?
You got me. Instagram. V. What is it? V kill many Vong. Kill VKILL many MANY men.
I would hate to be
MEN.
called. I mean, I would hate to be my name be Vong. You get me?
Oh, that's some serious shit.
Because Vyphot is coming to kill many Vongs.
If your name's Vong.
Okay, let
sorry
me
for
tell
it.
you, Vyphot. Right? Here's the thing. Right? I feel like life is too short, and there's too many people not taking the actual things they need to be doing in life. You get me? There's too many people working dead-end jobs. There's too many people not achieving what they should be doing. You get me? Right now, I'm on borrowed time. You get me? Because I just literally...
Let me stop you. Life is borrowed.
Life is borrowed. Every day you're here.
Every day is borrowed.
Every day you wake up, you should be thanking the universe. You get me? But I'm saying especially me, because you get me back. I just got done beating a 15-year felony case. You get me?
For sure.
It took me 3.5 years. If not, you wouldn't see me sitting here next to you.
Congratulations.
You get me? It took me 3.5 years to beat this case. So right now I'm on borrowed time. Right now I should be behind bars. So every day I'm awake. I'm fucking happy. I'm not behind bars, because I was behind bars for the longest time, and that shit fucking sucked. Now that I'm out, listen. You know how beautiful life is? What the fuck?
Sure.
What is this? What is this shit complaining about? I haven't been on social media for 1.5 years.
Gotcha.
I just recently got on social media. What you're seeing right now is me barely learning how to use social media again, because I didn't give a fuck about social media. But now I took 1.5 years off. I took 2020 off because I was like, let me reevaluate myself, get my goals straightened out, and get my priorities actually where I want to get. You get me? I got my trajectory set on where I need to be. So after actually, realizing that life is short, if you don't do something about your life going to the place you want to be, no one's going to come. You've been living the real life. Is anyone coming to hold your hand and tell you where you need to be?
Oh, for sure not.
There is nobody coming to hold your hand and telling you, hey, come this way. This is where the fucking, you'll have fun over here. No, it's real life. You get me? There's two choices in this world. You go to college and you fucking roll the dice that you get a good job, or you take the path most traveled, which is being a real motherfucker in life. And you
Is that the most traveled or the least traveled?
I would say the most traveled. How many motherfuckers go to college, especially?
How many people don't and pursue something that they want to do?
And how many motherfuckers just change courses over and over again?
But how many people?
Let
me ask you. Okay,
listen, there's two courses.
Can I fuck your brain real quick?
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Go. Put some music on. All right, Kevin. I'm going to slow down the tempo. All right. I got a good question for you. I'm going to fuck your brains real quick.
And that's what I like to
Maria,
hear.
close your eyes. Close your eyes over there. You don't want to see this shit. I'm about to fuck my twin. All right. So everybody wants to get this job that they think's going to make them happy, that they think's going to make them money, that's going to make them happy. Say they get that job. Was that their purpose from the get-go in order to achieve happiness? Do they need a set career in order to be happy? Or was everybody put in this world to live a free life, just doing whatever makes them happy?
I say whatever goal you are achieving. Like, listen, to me, I don't think you can set your goal high enough. If you actually reach your goal, you failed. Your goal should be so fucking high you never reach it ever.
That's why successful people always fucking keep striving for more, because they're never satisfied with what they have. Like Elon Musk.
Your goal should not be attainable. Your goal should be so fucking huge. Every day you wake up is like, I better fucking put in a little work so I can reach that impossible goal.
And that's where I'm getting to. So is the goal of happiness to just keep getting more and being more, or is it to be happy with what you have? So say, in order to be happy, do you need to achieve this thing that you can never reach? Or are you just a puzzle in time that's just wandering around? Because I always think of like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or any person that's highly successful that just continued to pursue this quest of being more, doing more.
It's a combination. Like, if you just choose one or the other, you're not going to be happy. It has to be a combination of the both. You have to be aspiring to become better, but at the same time, what you have in your life, you have to keep building that. You get me? Because if you ain't happy in your home life, you're not going to be happy in your business life. Because
are you satisfied once? Okay, so you're never satisfied, or you're always satisfied?
I would say, no, you're never satisfied.
So you're never living a fully achieved life.
No, you're
because
living that
you're
life.
always searching for it.
No, for the day, you're satisfied.
So you're living day by day.
That's what it is. You can't. You don't know if tomorrow's promised. So what the fuck do you care about tomorrow?
But why does tomorrow matter if it's never gonna come?
Well, you don't know if it's gonna come.
Exactly. So why does it matter if you were to pursue anything more than what you have at that moment?
Because you believe you're gonna live long. You get me? If you don't believe you're gonna live long, you might as well slit your wrist right now. You might, if you believe you have a purpose and you believe you're here for a bigger reason and you could do a lot more. You already have the belief in your head. I'm gonna live a long, prosperous life, so I might as well start working out right now. I might as well start chasing my goals right now, because you gotta believe in yourself. You get me? It's important to live day by day, but it's really important to have long-term goals.
I have this notion in my head that I'm always asking myself. God damn, dude, this podcast has only been 2 hours. We can make this bitch into fucking 24 hours because I got these big questions. I'm gonna leave it at this because I gotta take another piss.
We're gonna end it on this one. We're gonna end it on this. Okay.
All right, we'll end it on this one for part 2. But
we'll bring you back.
I'm gonna ask you a simple question. A simple question that everyone's always asking.
I'm waiting.
Look at Maria over there. Like,
she's eager.
She's like, say something. All right. Why are we here?
Why are we here?
I'll stop you right there, Kevin, because that's a whole nother
And
podcast. That's where we stop. Why are we here? Thank you for tuning in. It's been a great time.
Hey, listen, if you want to hear the rest of this conversation, we'll be back next week with another great and exciting
Stick
episode.
in for part 2 because shit's about to get deep.
Hey,
Maker's Mark whiskey. Don't drink that shit unless you want to have fun.
We're going to have Vyphot back, okay? We're going to have Vyphot back. Thank you guys for staying tuned. He has to go take a piss. He's been taking one too many piss. I haven't even took a piss yet.
He's dehydrated as fuck. Drink some goddamn water.
I haven't even took a piss yet, and I've been chugging whiskey like a motherfucker. But thank you guys for staying tuned. Of course, we'll be back next week with another great episode of the Wandering Mind podcast. Later, motherfuckers.
The wandering mind. The wandering mind. The wandering mind.
Where the mind wanders.